Hello, welcome to Kitty Pal. Miss Shai today. We just got through eating our lunch, so we had cooked a nice little Xmas dinner and had some food left over, so I brought her some. She didn't really eat too much of it yet, but sometimes she have to get warmed up. Alright. Yeah, and then we got gonna dress in our little adventure. So today I guess we'll just say our opening song. Our opening poem, the hand interpretation. So we got the what? We got the triangle. It's at the top.
Triangle.
Yep. I, which is E.
Triangle.
Which I know what E stands for.
Triangle.
God, which is G-U-I-D, to life. Guidance, which is leadership, not headship. Here, you can. And so this is the starting of the David line. A, the covenant I bear. And then I came through Joseph, which is, yeah. Can I borrow yours? Because mine is messing up. It's not.
No.
Can I borrow yours? Here. How much you get this one?
Mama.
Yeah, no problem. She said, thank you, Mama. So Joseph womb represents that Jesus covenant, the old covenant, and then Judah represents the new covenant. Womb. So I'm not that old, dumb African woman that y'all wanted me to stay.
Not that
No.
one. Not that one. She's down.
Dumb or blind. So I still walk in my mother image because I am part of a black woman body. Again, Judah, my new womb, when she came to America. So y'all forgot all about me, that black girl that y'all left on the side of the road, that she was travailing in prophecy. You remember some of the women were on the side of the road. Some of those children were actually daughters. All of them was not males. She was delivering. So when they rejected her spirit over there in China or Africa, whichever way you want to do it, this is the beginning of when I came to North America. The beginning of North America. So I came to Wyoming. Wyoming, Montana, all of those places in the Northwest was one time even part of Canada before we did the border lines. But yeah, so that started my beginning of the North American covenant. And that's why you see me when I came back, you started seeing my Chinese roots coming back out of me, but you also can't wipe the black out of me. So it's just how we all begin and started. And daughter, America. So I love my mother, Africa. I will always honor my ancestry, but however, I'm not the same as her. We're still two different black women. I think a lot of people get that mixed up just because they want us to be the same. Although we all are connected and we come from one another, we each got our own personality. We each got our own intelligence, right? So we got our own intelligence and our own mind. All of us are still not going to be the same as far as our innerly, right? So my mother represents YHWH. Like I said, she's protecting my Virgo daughter, which is Shakaya, which was the first, like I said, firstborn daughter, the deception, all the things that fell upon me. I didn't know what was going on, so just basic, like how they robbed me of my firstborn daughter, being able to like kind of really mold her and shape her to what I needed her to be instead of being in a religious bondage or bowing to an idol. So it makes totally sense now what they did to my covenant. So I'm original Venus, so basically, no one can take something that's already yours. I always remember that. They can't take something that was already mine. You can't even go through. They thought they would go through like Judah, the men, to take my stuff, but that didn't happen because I came from the womb. So like, no matter how which way they spin it and look at it, it's still gonna be my birthright. It's always gonna still belong to a black woman. Doesn't matter which way you spin it. It's always going to start with the black daughter existence, how I came to be. Yes, it was shame. Yeah, it was some things happened, but also blessing came with it. So North America, the whole continent, this is how I begin. This is my truth. So why should I run from something that I've already overcame? Why go backwards to other continents when I'm the reason why we had to even make a new country or a new covenant? Yeah, so it's like some people are going too much back in the past and not want to live in the future.
Heart.
That's right. That's a heart. My heart to your heart.
Heart.
Yeah.
Triangle.
So
Triangle.
original Black Venus return.
Triangle.
Originally Black Venus returns. With love. Yeah, I'm not stuck with black girls. I'm the original where it started at. So that's the difference between me and the way the other, I guess, sisters feel about being left with black children, being baby mama, side chicks, whatever they was in their eyes. That's not who I am. So I'm not forced to be left with black children. I am creating my black children. I am my black children. So that's totally different from a perception that these other women are being lived or happen to be forced to live with black children. I'm not in their perception. They're the ones that chose their route. They did what they did. That doesn't wipe out my existence, and it doesn't make my truth none void or don't exist just because they got deceived or whatever they felt about what they wanted to do. Nobody forced them to lay down and do that. So it's just like at some point people got to take accountability and learn. Yes, I learn to move on and forgive and live a little bit. So I don't have to be having to worry about finding no black father to help me raise my black children. He's here present with his biological black daughters that he created. And I'm sure he done made that known by now that he's the father. You can take a DNA test, still gonna come out. He is tied to a blood covenant with them. Of course, it's gonna show that it's his blood daughters, but they're mine. They come from me, so so he's not being forced to be here. And like this is who he is. So basically, like I'm with their father. I'm married to their father. This is not no ideal or whatever they figured in their head to be just because they got left with black children. They act like I'm supposed to be experiencing the same thing they have, and I just don't. I don't. So even if we like apart, we stay together, it doesn't matter. I'm still original. Like I don't have nothing to say or argue about that. I mean, it's really not an argument at this point. It's just people need to respect boundaries and learn that their decision had consequences for them feeding into their desires and utilizing wisdom. My thing is, I know if I already have something, there's no need to chase it. That's all I'm trying to say. It's like I don't need to be chasing after them, nothing, because it's already my covenant. So I don't have to be creating nothing out of, I guess, envy or adversary or rivalry. I don't have to create out of that type of perception. I can only create out of my own original perception. So, I thank y'all for tuning in, and I appreciate people that want to be supported, but no thank you. I don't take everybody's hand. I learned the hard way. It's better not to take nobody's hand and wait patiently for the right people to help you than to go take people's hands that are of the devil or tied into devilish things, because you're going to find yourself being back at square one. And when you could have just said, you know what, I don't need to take this person's hand. So it really was no use to do all that when it was all said and done, can be given back or being taken. So you just got to be wise. But some people are just really, really itching to be famous, be in fame, have something about themselves, want to be in a glory light or spotlight that they'll do anything for it. And I'm just not with rushing myself to develop that fast like that. Like I don't need to. Who am I in competition with, first of all? And who am I trying to validate? Because we all can shine in our own seasons, in our own due times. And I really agree with that. So I think that's important for us to remember, right? So who said I don't have to live to like please well the people, but what I do is try to be content with my basic things, and I don't do just the basic for us mentally and spiritually, emotionally with my children. But I think it should help that they do gain a little bit more mental and emotional strength. It's nothing wrong to have that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they don't want to be subjected of their emotions. It's okay sometimes to restrain yourself. It's okay to not, fight every battle that you feel like, is wrong. Sometimes you got to allow people to do what they want to do. And as they do that, you have to learn how to find a wise way to overcome it, because you can't just stop people from existing in their own free will. So I just look at it like I don't want to be persecuting nobody, but I also don't want people to get too much out of line where I'm allowing too much stuff. So there's that finding that boundary, and having children help you do that early on. And I appreciate them. Yes, I appreciate my baby girl. You're so adorable. Yeah, you're so adorable. Oh. She didn't know what all was going on, but she slowly, surely have been growing, y'all. She's getting very big. So I'm getting very big now. So yeah, so just a little bit, just return to the earth, setting some harmony and love, y'all. That's about it. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this chair down. So we did just eat a little bit. Sometimes I have to eat off my diet because sometimes I just don't want to be perfect. I do get them small snacks sometimes, them chips I don't need to be eating or some other stuff, but it's because I want to. Sometimes I don't want to be all in my perfection at times, so that's what I'm trying to say. But it seemed like that's what God moving me back to, is like my original standard, just kind of really dealing with life right now. And that too. Be careful. Be careful. Alright, so we're going to get ready to do our transitional and do some things. Yay! We're going to change into our little clothes. We're going to watch a movie. And we also finna do the TSV kind of early. I'm finna go ahead and read her book and get everything set up. So then after that, we can just kind of like do the movie, because today is just really that day and a little free day. So, but we're still going to do our TSV moment, our read along. So I'm just going to get us prepared for that, okay?